I'm a bit obsessed with Donald Trump's leadership this week, and I've got 3 things to talk about. It's not his politics or what he's doing, it's how he's doing it. Whatever you think about him, there are leadership lessons going on. If you're new here, hi, I'm Ben. I've been managing teams and mentoring leaders for about 15 years, and I love talking about it here and at benkosh.com. And even though I'm a long way from Trump politically, there's lots of stuff to think about from him this week. Number 1, Trump has started direct talks with Putin to end the war in Ukraine without involving Ukraine. Lots of people are looking back to 1938, appeasement and the risk that letting Putin off the hook will give him space to rearm for the future. Scary stuff. I'm kind of scared. But that's not what I'm talking about today. The normal political playbook would be set up a summit with both Russia and Ukraine, liaise with NATO and the EU, and make sure any agreement to end the war is acceptable to everyone. But here's the thing. For an end to the war that leaves Ukraine intact, Putin has to decide to stop and withdraw. So another way to look at what Trump's thinking is, I'm going straight to the guy that has the most important decision, and I'm talking to him first. He's just made it as simple as possible. I'm still scared. I mean, maybe it's too simple. I wouldn't do it like that. I don't think any Western leader over the last 40 years would do it like that. But for those of us in leadership roles that don't have the safety of Europe on the line, it's worth asking ourselves, what's needed for the quickest solution? What's the quickest first step towards that solution? Any reason to make it more complicated? If not, do it. Number 2, in his first month as president, Donald Trump has signed 64 executive orders on energy, AI, and a big pile of other issues. 64 in a month. Joe Biden signed 162 in 4 years. Donald Trump is doing stuff. Now, some people are saying he's using executive orders to get around normal process. I wonder if they'd be saying that if the things he was doing were more socially progressive. But I'm not getting into politics here, I'm really not. Because all the advice on strategy, leadership, getting things done is make decisions, take action faster than you're comfortable with. Sure, legislators are going to have to think about checks and balances and ask themselves if the system gives one person too much power. But for the rest of us leading teams that don't affect millions of lives, we should be asking ourselves, are we taking too long to decide? Could we act faster? For most of us, most of the time, good and done fast is way better than perfect done slowly. Number 3, and this isn't a third thing Trump's done this week, it's more general. It's always the leader's job to cut through complex things and come up with a clear plan of action. Usually, you expect the leader to be on top of the detail, understand the subtleties and nuance, and explain how they balance everything. Barack Obama might say, here's all the history and context, we can do A or B, doing A will have these challenges, doing B has these risks and opportunities, I've decided we should do A for these 3 reasons. But Donald Trump often doesn't seem to care about the detail, let alone understand it. He'd just say, it's obvious we need to do A or B, I've decided we should do A. Boom, decision made. Instead of cutting through the complexity, it feels like he just ignores it. And here's the thing I can't work out. Does it matter? For those of us without a nuclear button, for a finely balanced decision, you could probably make either A or B work. So what if you spent way less time trying to decide on the best option and just picked one? Would it matter? That's what I'm thinking about right now. I'd love to know what you think, or hear about a tricky decision you've had to make. Leave me a comment, tell me a story. I'd love to hear it. But that's it for today. That's what Donald Trump is on my mind. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking and subscribing. There's free resources at benkosh.com and more leadership stuff to watch here. So go watch that next. I'll see you there.